Shalom. I'm Rabbi Jonathan Ginsburg of the Ezra Habanim Now's Township Jewish Congregation, Skokie, Illinois. This video is about Jewish divorce. First of all, it is permitted. The Torah says in Deuteronomy chapter 24, he writes for her a bill of divorce. The good news is that for those marriages that are not sustainable and workable, divorce is permitted in Judaism. The bad news is that our sages have always interpreted that language to say that he has to give to her a divorce, that he, the man, has to initiate it, has to participate. Now, the conservative rabbinate has a mechanism if the man is recalcitrant and refuses to participate. First of all, the Talmud says you can pressure the guy. I had a situation once where a fellow refused to give his wife a get. He was an associate in a law firm. I called the senior partner, who happened to be Jewish, and he told me not to worry, it would be taken care of, and the get was signed, the permission to do the get was signed the next day. But if that's not the case, we do have a mechanism called Hafka'at Kiddushin, nullification of the betrothal. It doesn't jeopardize the status of the children, and it is permitted by the Talmud. The Orthodox don't allow it, so it's only to be undertaken by a conservative rabbi. Now, in terms of a get, the process is you go to a rabbi who's authorized to do it. The conservative movement has about 13 rabbis around the country in various cities that we all use because it requires certain scribal skills and knowledge. Most Orthodox communities, I assume, have a Beit Din that will prepare one. Then the husband agrees, the woman agrees, and then a get is effected. There's various ways of delivering it. He can hand it to her. In some cases, neither can be present, or only one can be present. There's various ways to do it. It's an ancient Aramaic document of 13 lines, prepared specifically for that case. And then as soon as the get is authorized, the Jewish divorce, then the people get a notice that they're free to remarry. I believe that the Reform rabbis don't require a Jewish divorce. They believe in the principle Dina de Malchuta Dina, that the civil law of the land is the law, and therefore if the civil society gives a get, a non-Jewish divorce, then that's all they need. The problem with that is that when a rabbi does a wedding, we do it not only by the authority of the secular state, but also the line we say is that we marry you according to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel also. And if you get married by the laws of Moses and the people of Israel, you should get divorced that way. If two Jews marry and don't get a Jewish divorce, according to conservative and Orthodox rabbis, they're still married. And if they should marry someone else, that could jeopardize the status of the children. So we definitely encourage Jewish couples getting a divorce to get a Jewish divorce too. It helps everybody, and it solves a lot of problems down the road. You don't want to jeopardize the status of any future children, possibly. Now, in addition to that, there are simpler ways to do it. There's a nicer way to do it nowadays than kind of the drudgery of the old-fashioned religious tribunal, which could cause a lot of emotional anguish. There's also some nice readings that people do following the divorce. Sometimes women go to the mikvah to have a kind of a cleansing experience. Now, what if a Jew and a non-Jew marries? There's different opinions, but in general, it's not considered necessary to have a Jewish divorce at that circumstance. In any case, consult your rabbi. Hope this helps explain some of the basic rules about Jewish divorce.